Hi Susan, my name is William Adair, and this is my response to your video. The first thing I'd like to say is that I think it's really great that you're doing disaster relief work. I think that that clearly shows that you have a heart for helping people, and I really think that that's something that is very important for this field of work. So clearly your heart is in the right place. As far as the content of your video, the first thing that I wanted to note on was that I really agreed that the counselors seemed to do a good job of creating an atmosphere, an environment where the client would feel comfortable sort of taking the counselor through what was troubling them. They really set the mood well. The next part that I wanted to touch on was that I very much agree with your statement about how the one counselor really did a good job of being culturally sensitive to a culture that maybe he wasn't as familiar with, and despite those differences still managed to have what seemed to me as a very productive session for the amount that we saw. And then the last thing that I wanted to touch on was your point of how at some points throughout the counseling sessions that there were a couple of instances where it almost seemed like maybe the counselor put words or feelings on to the other person. I believe you said they projected them onto the other person, and I agree. I think that maybe there were a couple of instances where the counselor should have maybe waited until the very end to try to but sort of take the conversation where maybe the client would sort of realize these feelings and emotions themselves, rather than sort of just cut in immediately and sort of put a word or feeling into the client's mouth. Overall, I thought you did a very good job, and excuse my dog. I thought you did a very good job and great work. I really enjoyed watching your video.